Thousands of protesters brought the German town of Giessen to a standstill this weekend after a major political confrontation erupted over the launch of a new far-right youth organization. This all unfolded on Saturday when large crowds gathered across the town well before dawn to protest the planned founding meeting of Generation Germany, a new youth branch of the far-right Alternative for Germany party, the AFD. The event was supposed to start at 10 a.m., but by that time, very little was actually happening. Only about a quarter of the 1,000-seat exhibition hall was occupied, because many of the attendees simply could not get there. Protesters had blocked roads, roundabouts, and even motorway routes into the town, turning the area around the venue into a massive bottleneck. AFD leaders, including party co-chairs Tino Chrupalla and Alice Weidel, as well as Jean-Pascal Hohm, the man expected to lead the new youth organization, were all delayed and struggled to reach the event. Now, why is this new group so controversial? Generation Germany is meant to replace the AFD's previous youth wing, the Young Alternative, or JA. The JA was officially disbanded earlier this year after Germany's Federal Intelligence Agency labeled it an extremist organization. But the controversy didn't stop there. The proposed new leader, Hohm, is himself classified by Brandenburg's Domestic Intelligence Agency as a confirmed right-wing extremist. That designation added fuel to the protests and contributed to the massive turnout. Across the region, police described demonstrators as massively obstructing key transport routes. At one point, roughly 10 activists abseiled down onto a major motorway, forcing traffic to halt entirely. Police deployed water cannons to break up at least one blockade of about 2,000 people after repeated requests to clear the road went unanswered. Elsewhere, tensions escalated. A large group attempted to push through a police cordon near a substation outside Giessen. Officers held the line, but one was slightly injured, and some police were pelted with stones. Inside the town itself, demonstrators chained themselves to a bus that was used to block an entire roundabout, creating yet another disruption point. Authorities described the day as an active situation with many different locations, illustrating how widespread the protests had become. At Giessen's train station, crowds gathered in the thousands, chanting, "All together against fascism," and "Stop the arsonists," as they marched toward the town center. In total, officials expected up to 50,000 participants spread across 30 different rallies, protests, and vigils, a remarkable number for a university town with just 90,000 residents, a third of whom are students. So, what does all of this tell us? Germany's political tensions around the far right are intensifying, and the founding of Generation Germany has become a flashpoint. What was meant to be a routine organizational launch instead turned into one of the largest anti-far-right mobilizations the town has ever seen, slowing traffic, delaying party leaders, and signaling yet again that debates over extremism and political identity are far from settled in modern Germany.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.